So Guten Erev Shabbos. This is a traditional bracha we say, just like we say on Shabbos, Good Shabbos. On Friday, we're going to say a Guten Erev Shabbos. That the Erev Shabbos will be also will be a Guten Tag, a good day, because there are many things that we can achieve in Shabbat, but through Friday afternoon, through Erev Shabbat. For example, it is known that during Shabbat, there is no access to the negative forces. Nothing. They have no permission to get into the holiest day of the day of God, Hayom Shel Hashem, unless there's a fight, God forbid, at the house, a disagreement, or something went wrong in the house, Erev Shabbos. And then the Yetzer Hara has its kind of grasp into the Shabbat. So it's very, very important to make sure on Friday afternoon, or like noon, from noon time and on, or a little bit earlier, to watch out not to have any disagreement in the house. Nothing, no argument, you shouldn't show any discomfort that you have. Just give up, give in, let everybody win over you. You are surrendering to everybody around you. You say yes for every question. And this, I know it's not easy, because you know that things have to be done in a certain way. Erev Shabbat. And all of a sudden, the husband comes with that, I don't know, the knife put in the milchik, and whatever, and another guest coming in. And Erev Shabbos is a place that is a time that most aggravations and arguments would come at that specific time. So therefore, it's very important not to show any aggravation or any discomfort on Friday at noontime, Erev Shabbos. It is known that by the Baba Sali, the house of Baba Sali, Rabbi Yisrael Abu Chatzera, was one of the holiest tzaddikim lived in Israel. He was niftar 40 years ago, I think. A sage, a big sage. The Abu Chatzera family are very famous to be very holy people. Baba Sali was one of the major tzaddikim. It is known that by midday on Friday, at the Baba Sali's house, there were no activities, no melacha would be done anymore, because they were like prepared for Shabbos from Friday at noontime. The food is on the hot plate, everything is ready, dressed with the Shabbos clothes, after mikveh. That's it, Shabbos Kodesh. Halachically, for sure, they were able to do any activities to prepare for Shabbat. But in terms of the preparation the family had, everything was clear, ready, relaxed. It is also known that by the Heilige Rebbe Elimelech Mlizhansk, at his house on Friday, the servants would weep and cry and ask for forgiveness from one another to that highest extent of kedusha, of purity, of holiness that took place in his home. Erev Shabbat, Friday at noontime. It was like Erev Yom Kippur by the Rebbe Elimelech at Lizhansk. So the tzaddikim knew how to appreciate the Yom HaShabbat, the Shabbos day, and we should learn from their ways how to respect and prepare ourselves properly to the Shabbos Kodesh. It is known that from noon time, midday of Friday, you can already go to the dip in the mikveh in honor of Shabbat Kodesh, and according to the Mekubalim, you can also start the process of going to the mikveh an hour before midday also. Hour before midday, I'm going to read to you something from a very beautiful book called Chelev Haaretz, written by my very close friend, Rabbi Abergel. And he writes down over here that as of the 5th hour, he brings from sources from Kitvei the Arizal and from other sages, and he writes down that since an hour before noon, before midday of Friday, the hara, the enlightenment, the illumination of Shabbat starts to shine in the world, and it is well recognized in the forehead of a person already from an hour before midday on Friday. Still, this illumination, this ha'ara, this enlightenment does not come in its full reflection yet at this time, but it is growing and becoming more powerful as much as the Shabbat is coming closer. This illumination lights and shines furthermore. Therefore, it's very important to get preparations done from an hour before Chatzot, midday, to feel the holiness coming down, to feel the beauty of Shabbat surrounding you, to feel the closeness to Hashem that is available at that time, right on Shabbat, on Erev Shabbat, on Friday at noontime. And that's a time that we also make a shower, take a hot shower. Very, very important, very important. Take hot shower with hot water, as hot as can you take. The hotter, the better. We wash our face. This is a din of the Gemara. The Gemara teaches us that, and since then, all the tzaddikim and all the yidden in the world are doing so. Our face, our hands, and our feet with hot water, covered Shabbos Kodesh. Very, very important. At that time of Erev Shabbat, there is a big debate, a big fight, so to speak, taking over in the world. What's this fight is all about? The evil forces, they see that soon enough, very soon, they're going to be exempt. They will not have any grasp, any vitality, and any existence in the world. They fight as much as they can to get in, to put there's somebody at the door, you don't want to see the guy, you slam the door and he's out. So, but if the guy puts his feet between the door and the dash and the frame, that's it. He puts his feet, he's inside, you can't close the door anymore. So these evil forces, since they were created Erev Shabbos, in the twilights, Ben Hashmashos, that's the time they are coming into us for their vitality. And if God forbid, we're going to allow them to come in, to step in, to put the foot on the door, by Chas v'Shalom have an aggravation or anger or anything like that, then they could have Chas v'Shalom a grasp on our Eiliger Holy Shabbos Kodesh. Nobody wants that. So be careful now when we learn this concept. Just listen carefully and see that many ridiculous and nonsense would create disagreements at home on Friday afternoon. What for? Couldn't you come and argue with me on Thursday? Wednesday? You waited until Friday to argue with me? What was wrong with yesterday? Because that's the time that the evil inclination, Yetzer Hara, is active the most. So therefore, we know the trick by now. Should be able to watch out and be careful, not to have any aggravation on Friday. Another insight, another kind of insight. Yes, I want to share with you because we're coming again to the conclusion of the 18 minutes of this beautiful session, which I thank you so much for coming along. It gives me a lot of inspiration for Shabbos. And as I've heard from some of the Chevra who joins the Shiur, that it does actually help them to receive Shabbos, to accept Shabbos, to appreciate Shabbat more, which is actually a great, great reward for all of us together. So there is an insight about these evil inclinations. Okay, we're going to learn some Kabbalah over here. If you're ready, if you're over 40 and you're a Yid, welcome aboard. So this evil, it is known that by the 6 days of the creation, the last creatures to be created were the klipot, the negative forces were created then, just last minute. And then we spoke about it a few shiurim ago to find the reason for that. And then because Shabbat came in, and so to speak, there was not enough time to create bodies to those forces. There were left spirits without a body. And then Shabbos came in on Yom HaShishi, in the Maaseh Bereshis, the creation of the world. And they were left forces, spiritual forces, without a physical body. Being so, as spirit without a body, what you want to do, you want to find yourself a body, right? So you find yourself a body, and you don't have a body. So you're looking for a body that can hold you, can contain you. And these evil forces are attached very much to the scholars, learners, holy Yidden. They learn halacha. When they learn halacha, Jewish law, Jewish codes, they are creating homes, facilities with the words of Torah. Yes, Torah creates physical containers, physical or Torah creates the world. The Torah sustains the world. The Torah creates everything and those scholars who are learning halacha. And they are creating everything with the words of the Torah. So therefore, these spiritual evil forces are looking for those vessels which are created by the scholars, and they try to go over there to the scholars, to the vessels, and to get into the vessels that they have created in order for them to have a body that they can dress in the body, and Mazel Tov, they have a body. So we don't want that to happen. We want to push them aside, push them away, not to let them in any given opportunity, not to give them the opportunity. Okay, Be'ezrat Hashem, we're concluding again, beautiful session. Thanks again, and I wish you all good Shabbos. You should have a lot of atzlacha, a lot of beauty during Shabbos, a lot of peace of mind, a lot of kedusha and joyful. Remember to be very, very, very happy during Shabbat. Very
Shabbos,
happy.
thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Most
Thank you.
welcome.
Good